Dating Confessions is not intended for listeners under the age of 18. This podcast is NSFW, and listener discretion is strongly advised. I'm Alicia.
And I'm Jack.
And this is Dating Confessions.
Happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday to you. How's it going?
It's going good.
Good.
So, do you know what the question of the week is?
Yes, I think I do. And actually, it was a good one.
So you read the title too?
Mm-hmm, I did.
Okay.
I prepared. I did my homework.
Okay.
So yeah, this week the question was, drum roll please.
No, we don't have money for sound effects.
Oh, damn it. What kind of podcast is this?
It's that kind.
Wow. So the question this week was, what is the worst way you have ever broken up with someone or been broken up with?
Okay, so
yeah,
what's the worst way you've been broken up with?
I would have to say that I just got completely ignored out of the blue. Like just ghosted.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think that's pretty standard.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm done with somebody, I'm like, no, I'm just done with you, and I'm not going to talk to you. I'm probably going to block your number, spam message your number, and then look at all the messages you send me and laugh.
Exactly. And be like, yeah, it doesn't matter how many messages you send, bitch, I'm not going to answer you.
But I've never harshly been broken up with.
Well, until 6 months later when they text you and they say, I miss you. Because they just want to fuck with you. But that's a whole different story.
Does that really happen?
That happened in that situation.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. But like I said, that's a whole different story. So what's the worst way that you've ever been broken up with?
It's kind of hard to get broken up with when you just bang.
Here we go.
So, I mean, honestly, I've never actually really been harshly broken up with.
You've never been dumped?
I mean, I've been dumped. I mean, who hasn't been dumped? But never in a harsh way.
But you just didn't care.
I mean, I got the whole, it's not you, it's me. And I'm like,
okay.
No, that means it's me.
Right. That always means it's totally you.
Yeah, so bye. But no, I've never actually had any harsh or mean things happen to me when I break up. I've ghosted girls and they've ghosted me.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, I'm kind of, kind of passive when it comes to breaking up with somebody, I guess.
Well, I think you might be kind of rare in this situation because of course, we posted this question on all of our social media.
And on our website.
Yes, and on our website as well, confessionspod.com. And we got back some pretty...
pretty what? Pretty interesting?
Some pretty juicy,
crazy?
Some pretty juicy answers. Let's go through some of them.
But before we do that, though,
yes.
If somebody wants to answer our question of the week,
yes,
what do they have to do?
All they have to do is go to confessionspod.com and submit your story there one of two ways. Record a voicemail or submit your confession or your story to us in writing.
The question of the week is going to be right on the front page of our website. That's the first thing you're going to see. So just click the button and answer the question.
And be sure to check back every week because there will be a new question posted weekly. So check back for updates.
Every Friday?
Every Friday.
I'm Ron Burgundy?
No, you are not Ron Burgundy. And you know what? Don't say his name again because we're not paying for the rights to use his name. That's all we need is a cease and desist letter from Ron Burgundy.
You said his name. You said we can't say his name again and you said his name.
Shit, I did. Sorry.
We're going to owe him so much money. We probably should just plug his podcast. So if you haven't heard the Ron Burgundy podcast, you should totally check that one out. It is a funny podcast. And if you've loved Anchorman, it's more of the same.
Yes, it is. It is very funny.
So definitely check out the Ron Burgundy podcast. See, now we're not going to have to pay him money because we gave him a free ad.
We gave him a free ad? Well, quid pro quo, Ron Burgundy.
Ron Burgundy, please don't try to sue us.
Please don't. We don't have money.
All right, so let's get into some of these confessions.
I will start. This one was a good one. So here we go. 3 days before my birthday and 3 weeks before our wedding, my ex ended our 14-year-long relationship by telling me that he, quote, had nothing left to give me, unquote. And then immediately going drinking with the girl he was cheating on me with.
Ouch.
Wow.
And 3 weeks before the wedding, right?
Yeah.
That means they have everything.
Yeah, everything's done. Like,
I mean,
people,
it's probably even paid for.
People who are flying in from out of town, like those tickets are bought, hotel rooms are booked, the caterer is paid, the DJ's paid, everything's done. Honeymoon is set. Ooh, I would have been pissed. Oh. And after 14 years?
What kind of lame excuse is that?
The lamest of the lame. But he sounds like a lame. And you know what, though? After 14 years, that kind of sounds like he was maybe going through some kind of a midlife crisis.
He was scared of commitment, even though
they had been together for 14
years, and they might as well have been married anyway.
Exactly.
Depending on what state they lived in, they probably were.
Wow. So kudos to you for being a douche. Good job.
Way to go, douchebag.
I hope it was worth it. Okay, so what else do we have?
So I got this really good one here.
Yeah.
I kept insisting that the earth was flat. So basically, dude told this one chick that the earth was flat over and over again until she quit talking to him and she completely ignored him. That's genius.
That's a good strategy. Make them think that you're crazy so that they will leave you alone. That's a
I mean, flat earthers are crazy. How the hell do you believe that the world is flat?
You're crazy.
I mean, are those the same people that believe we haven't gone to the... Wait, I don't believe we've gone to the moon. I want to try that, though. I think I do. I think I want to try that.
Oh, you're going to get with some girl and then just so you can break up with her by telling her that you...
think the earth is flat.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, I'll even do research. I'll go and do research on what these flat earthers think.
Mm-hmm.
And just quote a bunch of BS and be like, did you know the earth is flat?
That's what they do. They just quote a bunch of BS.
Check this out and blah, 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 blah. And I'll do that for like 20 minutes and then ultimately she'll just ignore me
like,
too.
Okay, I gotta go.
Right.
Bye.
I'm going to try it.
It was nice meeting you. You would never hear from that bitch again.
Never. Totally going to try that though.
All right, so I've got one. A guy who dumped me because I was wearing clothes, not pajamas.
So...
Yeah, because she was wearing actual clothes and not, just like sitting around in her nightgown or her loungewear, like a bum.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And
hopefully she doesn't go out in her pajamas.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, it says there's a backstory. Unless I am leaving the house, I am almost always wearing loungewear or pajamas. We had been dating for about 6 months, and he was quite familiar with my clothing routines. Aw, she says, I got really sick at one point and was homebound for a week. I had to cancel plans, and I barely got out of bed. He stopped by unannounced on a Friday night to visit me. Uh-oh. That was your first mistake, stopping by unannounced.
I mean, if they've been together long enough.
I guess.
Maybe he was just seeing how she was feeling.
Maybe.
I'd come see you if you were sick for a week.
He was trying to catch her. I was finally feeling better and had taken a shower and put on real clothes to feel like a human being. You know what? I can understand that. You've been sick for a while. You feel gross. You feel disgusting. You just kind of want to get up. You want to wash the funk off, put some clothes on, just to feel a little bit better about yourself.
A shower and a change of clothes is the best thing to get over a sickness.
Oh, yeah. That makes all the difference in the world sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she says he decided I was clearly cheating on him and broke things off immediately. Wow. So because she took a shower and put on some clothes, he was cheating on her.
Interesting.
Whatever. He sounds like a loser. And then he broke up with her. Bye, bitch.
Right?
Oh, but it gets better. It gets better.
What happened?
So she says, when he tried to apologize and get back together several months later.
Why several months?
Because it probably took him that long to figure out what a dumbass he was.
I mean, if I told one of my friends that story and they're like, oh, what happened to your girlfriend? She put some clothes on, so I broke up with her.
Well, I think you're assuming that he has friends. You're assuming that someone like that has friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I get your point.
Yeah. So, anyway, when he tried to apologize and get back together...
6 months later.
Well, it just says several months later.
Oh, well,
so it could be 6.
Several 6.
Yeah.
At least.
I had the immense pleasure of telling him to fuck off. You go, girl.
I would totally tell him the same thing.
I would too. I'm proud of you.
I would totally tell him the same thing.
Stand up for yourself.
I guess he couldn't find anybody else, so he just kind of went through his Rolodex.
That's probably what he did. Yeah, he exhausted all of his other options first.
And he's like, well, maybe I can try to apologize.
Yeah, he realized that she was the only one who would put up with his ass.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good for her for saying no.
Oh, I love it.
Way to break the cycle.
Those are my favorite kind of stories.
This one's horrible.
Which one?
I would never do this in a million years.
Uh-oh.
Maybe. It depends on what she did to me.
Uh-oh.
So this dude sent a dozen roses to his wife at work.
Aw, that sounds sweet, though.
But they were wrapped in divorce papers.
Ooh.
That's the bad part of that.
Yeah, dude. You just ruined her whole day at work. Like, she probably had to leave for the day.
I'm going to guess. I'm just going to venture a guess
here.
There's
a time and a place.
Right. But I'm going to venture a guess here because this was all that was written, was that he sent her divorce papers and roses. I'm going to guess that she was cheating. And he was like...
Yeah, because that sounds pretty vengeful, doesn't it? That sounds like he was getting some type of revenge.
He caught her cheating, and she didn't know.
Yeah.
And she's probably thinking, oh, how sweet. He sent me roses at work.
Oh, surprise, bitch.
Wrapped in divorce papers.
Ouch.
Good going, guy. Good going.
Good going.
I don't care what she did. Good for you.
Wow. You're horrible.
What?
What if she didn't do anything?
I'm sure she did.
Okay.
I'm sure she did.
Okay, so check this out.
Okay.
This person says 4 years together. And he broke up with me when I had a pregnancy scare. Ooh, those are touchy sometimes. Those are not fun. But he sounds like a douche. He said, if you're pregnant, I'm breaking up with you.
Who does that?
A lot of people probably. Unfortunately.
Okay. Continue.
Okay. But the funny part is, she says, so I broke it off after the test was negative. You know what? Another good on you, girl.
Exactly.
Good for you.
Because, God forbid, she did get pregnant.
Then she would have been left alone.
Right, because douchebag's not going to pay child support.
No. He's going to ghost her ass.
I wonder how many other kids he has.
Move out of state.
Like 5, 6, 10.
Well, and I love how he acts like she's the one who got herself pregnant. Like, if you're pregnant, I'm breaking up with you. Well, like, what? Excuse me? You're the one who did this to me.
Maybe it wasn't him, though. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm going to say it was him.
Yeah, because I think he would have said, like, I think he would have been like, oh, that's not mine. Bitch, you've been cheating on me, blah, 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 whatever. But no, he just straight up said, if you're pregnant, I'm breaking up with you. Okay. Bye.
Moving on. What a douchebag, by the way. Here's a female douchebag.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
I would do the same thing that this guy did. He was taking a girl out to dinner on her birthday. That's actually pretty admirable, pretty nice.
That is very nice.
And apparently, all through dinner,
yeah,
and most of the way there, I guess, she was texting her ex.
What?
Yeah, he said that
this bitch.
She told him during the day he'd been texting. So that's how he knew it was the ex. And so...
And he still took her out to dinner? Okay.
Whatever.
I mean, I guess he was trying to be patient, maybe see how it played out.
Right. Yeah. I mean, who knows what their situation was.
Right.
But anyway, so he took her out. That's great. But since she texted him all through dinner...
Which that's just rude anyway. Like, even if it's not your ex, if you're out on a date with someone, especially if they're, like, taking you out for your birthday, and you're just preoccupied the whole time texting someone else, like, that's just rude anyway. That's rude on principle.
It is. And so what he did the same thing I would do. He left her there, didn't pay the bill.
Good for him.
And it was 30 minutes away or 30 miles away.
Oh, wow.
So that's probably, depending on where you live, that's an hour drive.
Yeah.
And so when he got into his truck, he said he left her a text that said, since he was so important that he ruined their date, I hope he's important enough to come get you.
Ooh, snap.
Right? Right?
She got told.
I wouldn't.
She deserved that.
I would have done the same thing.
That was deserved. I'm not mad at him at all for that, actually. Good on you, dude, for standing up for yourself.
So there was this girl who went to a separate school from her boyfriend's, but he was a douchebag and would never drive to see her, so she always had to drive an hour and a half to see him.
I used to deal with somebody like that.
Yeah, that's annoying.
It is.
But basically what happened was she went up there for a rugby meet. And they had their end of the year banquet.
Okay.
And during the dinner, they gave out awards to the players. And near the end, they announced the award for the ugliest date.
The what?
The ugliest date.
What kind of award is that?
That's the best kind of award. It's like a participation award.
You know what? I think we should have an event. And I think we should have an award for ugliest date. And then I think we should nominate you to win it.
Sweet. I would win it no matter what.
And see how you would love that.
I would love it.
The ugliest date?
Yes,
what?
They had an award for the ugliest date, and they called her name.
Well, I'm sorry, that's not funny.
Horrified
What?
and embarrassed, I think, is what you're trying to express there. Horrified and embarrassed,
What?
not laughter. Because that's how I would feel, too. I'd be horrified and embarrassed.
Oh my God. So not only did she drive an hour and a half to see his ass because he's a loser and a douchebag who won't come see her.
Right.
But then she went to a banquet with him for his rugby team that she probably did not want to go to anyway.
I mean, seriously, have you ever watched rugby?
Yeah, I don't like rugby.
It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, I don't like rugby at all. But then on top of that, she has to sit there and be insulted in a room full of people wow. Okay.
That she doesn't barely probably know.
Jesus.
Get this. Here's the fucked up part about this. She left and
you think?
And made him, well, of course she left, but she pulled him out, made him drive her all the way to his dorm, gathered all her shit and left, but he was throwing beer bottles at her car and calling her a whore.
Oh, fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck that dude. So not only did you let your girlfriend get the ugliest date award, but then you throw beer bottles at her car and call her a whore because she got mad about it.
Right. But here's the thing. She thinks that they gave her that award because everybody else on the team hated him.
That makes sense. And he probably didn't. He's probably too stupid to even realize it. Okay, so this one is like, well, just listen. Just listen. One time, my ex waited for me to leave the state for Christmas and dumped me over the phone Christmas Day because he wanted me to be with my family.
He just didn't want to buy her shit
No,
for
that's
Christmas.
not why he dumped you. That is not why. You don't dump someone because you want them to be with your family. What kind of... These people, like, they don't even have good excuses.
I mean, I don't even want to be with my family on Christmas.
Right.
I'm sorry, Mom. I don't
Mom.
I don't like being with family on Christmas. I'd much rather go to a China restaurant.
Oh, the Chinese restaurant is the best on Christmas.
Hell yeah.
Like, not only do they do the whole, like, Chinese buffet, but they do, like, the Christmas dinner, too. You ever had Chinese restaurant ham or turkey on Christmas?
No, I stick to the same things I always get. I can care less about the specialty food. It's not about that.
The mashed potatoes?
It's about going to the Chinese restaurant.
It's about the experience.
Yes. So do you think we should take a quick break?
I like breaks.
All right, let's take a quick break. I'm kidding. We don't do ads on our podcast. So anyway.
Well, we're back.
So yeah, we're back. So this one's really cool. This one super funny too. This girl, her boyfriend decided he wanted to go through this Buddhist phase. Mm-hmm. And in his mind, he said that he loved everyone equally and everything equally.
And that's not even possible.
So apparently that meant he couldn't treat her special anymore.
That's not even possible. That's not even a thing.
And then I guess he got out of the Buddhist phase and like a couple weeks later
I'm
and was
sure.
like,
And then he was
will you
like,
go back out with me? And she was like, pretty much fuck off.
I love everyone and everything equally now. No.
So I can't date you because you'll be too.
No,
Yeah,
bitch, you're
yeah,
not God.
I
You
don't
don't
get
love
it.
everyone and everything equally. Like, that's kind of
Creepy.
not only that, to
It's
me,
creepy.
it's like it's presumptuous though. It's like you really think that you have enough knowledge and understanding and intelligence of the universe to be able to love everything and everyone equally? Bitch, please. Okay, so this one is kind of funny. It's kind of trashy too, but it's kind of funny. So
I like trashy
I was
funny.
gonna say that's kind of up your alley.
That's my thing.
Uh-huh.
Trashy funny.
I was on a third date with this girl. She was broke. Oh, that's your first mistake.
Third date broke. Go ahead.
She was broke and a bit of a loose unit.
Okay.
So kind of crazy.
Oh.
I was buying her drinks all night. Then she suddenly showed up with a pint of beer, plonked it down on the table, and says she got me a beer.
How are you gonna get a beer when you're broke?
Exactly. I'm getting there.
Okay.
I asked her where it came from, and she turned around and pointed to a huge guy at the bar and told me that she got him to buy her a drink, which she then gave to me.
Oh, how nice. How nice.
Wow. I walked out the door and never looked back. Yeah, that was probably a good idea.
I would have actually finished the beer, put it on the table, and said thank you, and then walked out.
Bye. Wow, she literally probably like went over and like flirted with some guy, or maybe even like did him a favor. I don't know. Maybe she like.
For a beer? No.
Well, it was a pint of beer, which I mean that's
Ooh.
still not that expensive depending on where you go. But yeah, she managed to sucker some dude out of a pint of beer, and then she took it and gave it to the dude that she was actually on a date with. I'm not sure if that's like really like super like resourceful or just like trifling.
So this is a really good one. It's kind of in like script form, I guess. So the X, I love you. Me, long silence. X, didn't you hear me? Me, yeah.
Ooh.
X, so why didn't you say it back? Me, kinda obvious, don't you think?
Damn.
We're done here.
Savage.
You know what? I think if I were ever to break up with somebody, like through a text or through something like this, I would send them, or actually I would call them. When they answered, I would say knock knock, and when they said who's there, I would hang up and then block their number.
Wow. And then what happens if they show up at your house and your work? You turn them into a stalker. Wow, that got dark.
That did.
Anyway, getting back on track. Okay. This one's kind of funny too. It's a little sad. My girlfriend of 1 year all of a sudden found God. We went from doing all the good stuff to we can only hold hands, and even then, not in public.
Not even in public.
Yeah, you can't even hold hands in public?
Okay.
How are people supposed to know that you're together? Couples hold hands in public. That's how you know they're together. So after a couple months of this, we finally had it out, and she says, I found God, and it's beautiful, and I wish you would come with me. And then I said, you know what? God can have you. We never talked again. I mean, fair's fair, I guess.
I wonder how long that stage lasted.
Her God stage?
Probably as long as the Buddha stage.
Probably.
Or was it Buddha? Yeah, Buddhism.
Yeah, Buddhist.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this chick got dumped on her birthday, which completely sucks. But the reason was because she took a shower before work.
What?
The dude accused her of cleaning herself up to go cheat on him.
Y'all really have to come up with some better excuses.
And anyway, apparently she was going to work, and she works for her parents. So, when you work for your parents, you got to look good.
Not only that, but I mean, most people, don't you like shower or like clean yourself up before you go out or before you go to work?
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty normal. Does he not shower before he goes to work?
Probably not.
Ew.
Yeah.
Gross. I'm getting some bitch vibes off this one. One girl just pretended we were never dating.
How do you just pretend you're never dating someone?
Because you a cold-hearted bitch. I asked her if she wanted to go somewhere, and she said, why? Wow. I was like, because you're my girlfriend. And she said, we're not dating. And then just stopped talking to me.
Weird.
Damn.
Weird.
Wow, what did you do to her? That's crazy.
It could have been a weird Mandela effect thing.
It could have been. I feel like there had to have been some red flags there, though.
I'm all about the conspiracies today.
You are flat earth.
Mm-hmm.
Other such nonsense.
Nonsensical stuff.
Yeah.
So this one girl, her ex actually tossed a full beer can at her head, but luckily she ducked and it hit the wall. But anyway, she called
What?
yeah. I guess they were fighting and, fighting and yelling, and you throw a beer bottle, I guess. But she ducked.
No, you don't.
But she ducked and called the cops, and he got arrested.
Good.
And this is the best part of this whole thing, that he ended up breaking his hand in jail because he got mad and hit the concrete wall.
Good for him.
He also got a really bad staph infection because of that.
Good for him.
He definitely got what he deserved.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like that could have happened to a nicer person. Congratulations, buddy. I'm glad that happened for you. Oh, some of these people, some of these stories are really good. So thank you again, guys, for sending these in. We've really had a good time and a good laugh reading through some of these. Wow, so somebody got dumped by their first serious relationship on their birthday during their birthday party.
Ouch.
Like, that is so mean. That's beyond hateful.
Hateful would be having a present all nicely wrapped, and when you open it, there's a letter that says,
I'm breaking up with you.
I'm breaking up with you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Love me. Okay, so a lot of those were really bad.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
I mean, I would never do half the stuff that I said I would do.
Like, a lot of them were really just bullshit. But I've got one right here that I think is probably the worst of all. Oh, okay, so this one. Okay, so this is about a couple of, I guess, drug addicts, for a little bit of backstory. I think heroin addicts. So it says, my ex was sober for a few weeks. Well, she said she was, but she was lying. And she was acting all high and mighty around me. She had some stuff left over that she had hidden that she admitted to, and she said I could have it. Every time I used to get a hold of anything new, I would get frustrated by the waiting, but made sure to test it. She said she had tested it, and she said it wouldn't be very strong. But again, she was lying. I overdosed and would have died if not for the amazing paramedics that came.
Oh, good thing they showed up.
That's crazy. Wow. I accused her of doing that on purpose to scare me into quitting like she did. And you know what she said?
What'd she say?
So?
Okay.
Ooh, that bitch needs to go to jail for, like, attempted murder. So, instead of asking for help and being there for each other, she gave me shit that even with my tolerance would likely have killed me. I left her a few days later after some passive-aggressive ignoring each other constantly. I'm clean now and she isn't.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, good for you, man. I mean, that seems like that was maybe a blessing in disguise. Like, she sounds pretty toxic. Probably doesn't need to be in your life anyway.
Extremely toxic. I mean, so the dude is
that's like extreme. That's beyond. Like, she legit, like, tried to kill him. Like, she didn't try to break up with him. She tried to get him to overdose.
That's horrible.
Yeah, that's next level. That's not cool.
Well, let's move to a lighter subject then.
Yes, please. That was kind of heavy.
It was.
I told you it was bad. That was a doozy.
Which one was your favorite this week?
I think I like the one where the girl got dumped because she was wearing pajamas instead of actual clothes.
Oh, the one that was sick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he dumped her because he thought she was cheating, and then he realized that he was an asshole.
Yeah.
A couple months later, and she was like, yeah, dude, fuck you.
Wow.
I love it.
Yeah, that was an awesome one.
Karma.
Yes, karma.
I'm all about karma. So which one of those stories was your favorite?
So I'm in a conspiracy mood today. Yeah, so it was the flat earth one.
Yes, how did I know?
Yeah, now I can get down with a lot of conspiracy theories, I really can.
Yeah.
Flat earth is just not one of them.
Well, no, because it's not plausible.
Right. Well, here's the thing. This is what really gets me. I love it. Elon Musk.
Mm-hmm.
He actually tweeted the Flat Earth Society and said, "Why isn't there a Flat Mars Society?"
He's a Twitter troll. I love it.
So then the Flat Earth Society responded, "Elon Musk, we can obviously see that Mars is a spherical shape." Okay.
Wow, you guys really don't get it, do you?
And that's why the Flat Earth one was my favorite. And I seriously want to try it. I want to see if that works. So bad do I want to try that.
Oh, I'm sure it will. Yeah, I'm sure it will because it's crazy.
I mean, I would straight up go as far as, hey, let's go to this Flat Earth convention.
Mm-mm.
I would try to get somebody to go to a Flat Earth convention.
I would be
with
like,
me.
no, that's
Yes.
okay. You can go.
Yes. Do you want to go to a Flat Earth convention with me?
No, thank you. I'm good.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Can we do our next podcast at a Flat Earth
Now that
convention?
that actually might be kind of fun. That might be kind of interesting.
But none of those people have ever dated.
They may date each other.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay.
And remember, guys, we would really like to know which one of those stories was your favorite. So let us know in the comments below. And you can also check out all of the confessions that did not air on the podcast in the show notes. So do you guys want to know what next week's topic of discussion is going to be?
I do, only because I just don't want to wait for the title.
Okay, so next week, guys, if you want to get in on the action, the question that we're going to be asking is, have you ever dated someone with bad hygiene? And if so, how did you deal with it? That's gross, right?
And how long did you deal with it?
Ew. But yeah, we want to know. We're gluttons for punishment. We want to hear all your gross stories. And to tell us your gross stories or to confess, all you have to do is go to confessionspod.com and boom, submit your story there.
Thank you all once again for sending in your stories. Without you, we really couldn't do this podcast, so thank you very much. And I hope you enjoyed the new format of Dating Confessions. Please drop a comment below and let us know what you think. Also, give us a star rating while you're there. You can find all the links to our social medias in the show notes. And finally, be sure to subscribe and then share this with all your friends. I'm Jack.
And I'm Alicia.